Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Rex. This is Glen Fohdry Speyside Whiskey. I just read. It's a Speyside Whiskey.
And I've got allergies, so I've hired an outside smeller.
Me?
No.
I'm hired?
No.
Pay me.
No.
Pay me money.
No, you're not hired. This, we never actually reviewed, is from Luke Holmes.
Luke Holmes, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
Alright.
21-year-old Glen Fohdry.
Right.
And go ahead and look at the note. I don't know if that's real or not.
Daniel and Rex, congratulations on your grand opening. Cheers from the land of our ancestors, Brian and Robin.
Grand opening.
Brian and Robin
So,
Carlson.
Yeah, so
Brian and Robin Carlson is
here's the problem.
grand opening?
Written on the side of this bottle it says Luke Holmes.
Right.
On the little tag that I don't even know if it came from this.
Right.
Or if it was for something else.
Okay.
The thing is, it could have come from anything.
Right.
So, and I think...
Hold on, I got...
Hang on.
Brian and Robin Carlson, possibly for this,
Possibly.
or this, you magnificent bastard.
Fight.
You know what I recommend?
Yeah,
Spreadsheets.
I have one. The spreadsheet wasn't the problem.
We're in dire need of spreadsheets.
It was the collection problem that was a problem.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so... Remember, we did the 12-year-old one with Luke.
You know how when you can't smell well, you can't really taste? I'm saying
Yeah.
don't even bother.
Wait, hang on.
Just give it to me.
Okay, I have some tasting notes now.
You son of a bitch, did you really just hand that glass outside? There's an invisible smell around the corner.
It smells like a space side.
Alright. You want me to dial you in
It
here?
is actually a space side. There's going to be a string of videos where I'm definitely the weak link.
Like, I don't just a string?
It's just allergies. I promise you.
It's not called a string, it's called a channel.
I promise you, it's just allergies.
It's the channel. The channel, you're the weak link.
I'm here in spirit.
Okay,
The
on the
flesh
nose.
is weak.
On the nose, we have a perfumey is the word. Definitely perfumey, some fruitiness in there,
Yes.
but the perfume layer, that's for real. I'm also getting like a little bit of that boutique store, a little bit of the potpourri kind of vibe, right? It keeps wanting me to say the word wicker, but it's not quite wicker.
Pretty musty.
Maybe we
I mean,
can-
like, it reminds me of that monkey shoulder musty note, right?
Oh,
the
little.
malt funk.
Okay, so a monkey shoulder. There's different kinds of mustiness,
Mm-hmm.
right? But perfumey and fruity on the nose, a little bit of that boutique store potpourri, and then I keep wanting to say wicker. I'm not going to say wicker. I didn't say the word. It never crossed my lips, but this is about to. Oh. So everything on the nose shows up on the taste, but you do get this creamy element added in with that fruitiness, which I really like. That's super nice. This is 47.1% alcohol, and I think that it tastes about right there. I would have guessed high 40s, maybe even low 50s. There's a...
Oh, it's a little spicy-ish.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a spicy little ding on the end.
I wonder
there.
if that's just age in the barrel impact.
Or because it's the first whiskey of the morning.
There's a
and-
slight hint of immune boost, but like the powdered kind.
Oh wait, immune boost. I thought you were saying this is your medicine. What is immune boost?
Oh, it's a little powdered thing you put into drink like a water or juice in the morning to help your immune system
Okay.
be okay.
Is it like a vitamin C type of deal?
Yeah, basically.
Do you have any history behind this? Because usually, you know,
No, so here's the thing about the history on this.
because I keep waiting for Daniel to say something
Speak up.
that I can, not think about while I taste the whiskey.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is, we talked about the 12-year-old in this one before. This is shows up in Total Wine.
Right.
Not sure if it's one that they've contracted or not, or if it's available other places, but the only place I've found Glen Fohdry right now was Total Wine.
Okay.
I don't know, the parent company that's bringing in it is just an import.
Sure.
Serenity Imports. That's basically all we know about it. When you go to the website and look for Glen Fohdry,
Yeah.
it simply says, it's Glen Fohdry.
I think there
And
are
there's no other information.
a few basic Speyside notes well executed.
Yeah.
These are notes that are not weird or funky or different, strange to Speyside or even Highland flavors.
It's a little boring for what I'd be looking for a 21-year-old whiskey, which is not that cheap.
I wish we had a Scotch smelling kit because there's a note I want to say, but I am too many weeks, months, years removed from smelling heather. I think there could be like a heather note in here. Is there heather in a nosing kit over there?
But we'll try rose water.
All right, Daniel brought over rose water.
Careful, it's very strong, so you want to keep a distance from it.
You know what?
Yeah, that's the one I think it would be closest to. The other one is carnation. It's very much like flowers. It's not even...
Yeah, I'm not thinking so much the rose water there. It smells really nice, though.
That.
I like rose water. We got Dan Sullivan. You ball-busting bastards. Are you judging people by color? You insulted my wife.
Whoops.
A Welsh witch. Born on Halloween during a full moon, so if bad things happen around you, well, you have only yourself to blame.
That's true.
Of course you know. This means war.
That was the fun part for me, that line. So this is Shelter Point. This is from a rep. Patrick Evans.
Rep. Okay, so the reps don't get bastarded like the community members.
So remember...
they get a...
Our people sent us all these Shelter Points.
Yeah.
And he sent us... one.
So, I mean, I thought I liked the Shelter Point. But, so
he did give us a good story. So we talked about Shelter Point at length now.
And the corks, the glass corks, you can do the whole...
Yeah, I've told you all we can tell you about Shelter Point.
Yeah.
Up Vancouver Island. But this is their single malt, double-barreled they call it, because the second barrel was a Pinot Noir cask from Quail's Gate. Now this is 50% alcohol, finished for almost a full year in that Pinot cask, and you can see it like crazy.
Yeah, there's like a pinkish element in there.
Now this is...
And you can especially see it in a glass. We got a bit of light going through the bottom. There's almost like a rosy, pinkish type of, along with the amber.
Ooh, I really like the nose on that.
It smells really nice.
I gotta tell you, man, Shelter Point, that's great. Shelter Point has jumped to the top of my list as one of my top...
Oh, you mean about Canadian?
Top 2 or 3 Canadian whiskeys.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely. I mean... we've tasted a lot of whiskeys,
but they're hitting right down our home plate.
Yeah, and they can hold their own with a lot of other distilleries in a lot of other countries. But in Canada, it's a special thing.
Did you just it on an entire country again?
I like the Glen Fohdry distillery is amazing. Yeah, and we've had there was a...
I like the special editions from the Weiser special editions. Like the dissertation,
because they have the JP Weiser's Deluxe, the budget stuff. It's like whatever. It's what it is what it is. But then you can get like the upper tier things and offerings that they have. There's some really interesting stuff coming out of Canada. It's just as we've said before, they're not nice people. They hoard the good stuff for themselves, and they send us all the budget stuff.
That's true.
They're bad people. Most countries know that.
They might be using one of their peated lines. I don't know, man, because there's a little bit of a pepper note.
Well, it's
in this thing. It's a little stronger than I would have suspected for a barrel-only impact.
It's not a smoke.
No.
As much as it is like a little bit of an earth.
It reminds me of how Deanston represents peat as black pepper.
Yeah, fresh floralness on top of this. Not overwhelming, not heavy-handed, but this little thin layer of earthiness underneath it.
And then there's a nice little caramel.
Yeah, I was like...
but it's like a cream, like a strawberry cream and caramel.
Yeah, there's cream. It's like a sweet, almost a vanilla in there.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's damn good whiskey.
Patrick gave a good story, which was, hey, at our distillery, I'm paraphrasing this, at their distillery, they take turn going through tours.
Okay.
And last week he gave a tour for some very lovely folks who forgot to mention they don't drink whiskey. He rambled on and on and on. And suggested they start with cask strength.
Oh, okay.
Friggin' wrong, he said. Their curl of their lips, their watering eyes, noses turned up in a fashion like roadkill had wafted in, and then a mild gag, and then silence.
Right.
Moments of subjectivity. Being critiqued is good. It makes folks making our stuff, try harder.
Well, I mean, you can try as hard as you want. When you're at cask strength, you just can't make that enjoyable for some people.
Yeah, I just think it's funny that, man, we've all been there where you just misjudged the room.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, that's why you didn't. Never mind. My bad. Let's start you off with something else.
Okay.
I think that's a...
No,
what's your
from
thing?
Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Licorice. This is Robert Licorice from Iron Root Distillery.
On Friday, yeah.
From Denison, Texas.
Last Friday.
The staged bottling was his idea.
Not Gerberdewey's.
And we gave Josh credit. But really, dude,
But they're both gingers, so it's hard really to just...
I'm saying, the moment you give a ginger credit, they don't know what to do with it.
It just goes to their head.
Well, they have so rarely ever gotten any kind of positive
So
reinforcement.
they just go power hungry.
They do. They go insane. It's like...
Well, really, we're helping.
He would have become... If we would have actually told people the accurate truth that Robert was the one that had this idea, he would have gone from, lovable whiskey ginger to a whiskey Caligula. Like that.
Caligula? What's a Caligula?
Look it up. Caligula. I'm surprised you don't know. I'm kind of like a little surprised that our well-read hobbit isn't familiar with the ways of Caligula.
I think I'm just tired.
Apparently Daniel doesn't know everything. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, you fight for a friend.
You steal, make you steal, lover's heart.
And if you drink, may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.